Path of Night, Brine and Blood is an actual play Hunter the Reckoning podcast set in the world of darkness. We're all friends. We're here to have fun. But our story can include graphic violence, drug use, sexual content, and other mature themes. Content warnings can be found in the show notes. We talk at our table about safety, comfort, and consent, both as players and storytellers. We know what to expect. We're all excited to be here, and we want you to feel the same. So listener discretion is advised. Now let's take back the night.
All this belongs to you. On the other hand, I planted the seeds. I watched the first shoots like wings tearing the soil, and it was my heart broken by the blight, the black spot so quickly multiplying in the rows. I doubt you have a heart, in our understanding of that term. You who do not discriminate between the dead and the living, who are, in consequence, immune to foreshadowing. You may not know how much terror we bear. The spotted leaf, the red leaves of the maple falling even in August, in early darkness. I am responsible for these vines. Excerpt from Vespers by Louise Gluck. Last time on Brine and Blood. While running the newer hunters through drills intended to get them used to firearms, reconnaissance, and stealth, John discovered Dr. Anthony Tran of the Earth Frontier Division, trying desperately to get a meeting with Endron. Following Tran back to his hotel, the hunters learned that Tran has discovered that Klieg and the Deepwater site are a Trojan horse for the Kulorvia, and that something is causing them to spread rapidly from the site at previously unheard of rates. The hunters saved Tran from the octopus assassin that previously attempted to kill Todd, hiding him away for safekeeping. But the infuriating technocrat grates on everyone's nerves, and Dallas loses his temper and punches him unconscious. Meanwhile, Todd is approached by the demon from his imbuing, who tells the defender that unless he submits to owing him a nebulous favor, he will leak the murder of Katie and the Circle's involvement to the police. Todd denied the Fallen's bargain and made plans of his own to deal with the situation. At 8:07 p.m., in a small strip mall outside of Somerset, Massachusetts. It's still that sort of twilight, just approaching dark that high summer gets when the days stretch long. A man with slicked back hair, who is known to his family and friends as David Fitzpatrick, steps out of his office, a small little CPA firm, with a smile on his face, reaches in his pocket for his keys, checks his phone as if he's waiting for some sort of phone call, puts it back in his pocket, and walks across to a 4-door sedan. And as he is walking across the empty parking lot, no one else really around, like he was looking for a little bit of time alone, like he was looking for a time when he didn't fully have to have his mask on. The Fallen, sure of his place in the world, steps off the curb and into the parking lot proper. Lex, behind the wheel of your rental car, I want you to roll me a drive.
Todd slams on the gas.
Now I want to make the stakes clear here, man. Full mask off. Your plan here is to hit a demon with a car.
Yes.
I just
that is correct.
want I want us to know what the stakes are, because none of the other hunters are here, in case you don't do well on this drive check.
I don't want the hunters getting screwed over, and if I can help it, if this has a shot at working, I'm taking the chance. I'm spending up on a willpower, and I'm going to try to take this fucker out.
Okay.
Does the lightning reflexes dexterity spec apply?
I'll let it apply for here. Yeah, absolutely. You have been waiting for this guy to come out.
That gives me 6 successes to hit him.
I want you to add, because it's not quite as big as a Hallahan fishing truck, I do want you to add 10 dice of bashing damage.
Okay, let's roll it. That will deal 5 levels of damage.
He will soak none of it because he was not prepared and did not know. And when a demon doesn't know, he's just a guy. But he's not dead, Todd.
Is he stunned? Did I cross his stamina?
On the ground. You have surpassed his stamina threshold. You have stunned him for the round.
I reverse, and I will back up and do this until he is dead.
I don't think that we have to roll dice again for that, because he doesn't get an action.
Yeah, my intention is to crush him into paste, and if I have to, get out. I'm wearing a bandana over my mouth. I've got a baseball cap on, like a jacket. I'm like all covered up, even though I'm using my own fucking rental. And I will, and I will do everything in my power to turn this man into roadkill.
You back up over him, throw it back into drive, go back over him so that your tires are off of him. Get out, and with a baseball bat, a tire iron, whatever you've got, he is laying there, gurgling his last.
I take the fire axe that I brought with me, and I say to him, I don't care what it takes. The next time you come back, everyone's going to be ready for you. We will be waiting, and we will send you back over and over. And I raise the axe, and I will take his fucking head.
He looks like he's trying to say something, like he has some sort of response, some sort of like hateful glint in his eye as the last of his life is spilling out on the pavement around him. But his diaphragm is crushed, his lungs are punctured, he has no way to speak. And the axe comes down. His head, what remains of it that is unpulped, is severed from his body, and he is dead. Let me ask you a question. Do you have your sight up during this altercation?
No.
Okay. Do you have any points in awareness?
I do not.
Okay.
I bring John for that shit.
Then you don't get, but I think I will describe a little bit for the audience's perspective. Just keep in mind that
I don't see this.
You do not see this, Todd. Or you do not experience this, as there is a sort of a wailing presence, a something beyond just the life in his body that leaves and is drawn back somewhere awful. And there is a pointed acknowledgement and hatred of Todd as it is dragged away. But to Todd, he experiences none of that. To Todd, he has just killed a man who hurt kids, who threatened him and his fellow hunters, who has purged a demon from this world, at least for now, and is also not yet in full dark as the streetlights start to kick on, standing bloody with an axe in a bloodied, dented car over a corpse of a locally reasonably liked CPA.
I think that, for me, the hunt is probably at its end soon, but to make sure this is worth it, and that the other Imbued are ready for it in case this guy comes back, I grab a can of spray paint out of the car, and with like bright orange spray paint, I draw 2 hunter sigils that are connected to each other. The first one looks like the hunter crosshairs, but on the side of it is a crescent moon that hooks out, making the symbol for monster.
Yes.
And connected to it, I draw another crosshair, but across the top bar, there's a line. And normally that actually means the heralds. But I'm not drawing the heralds, I'm drawing a symbol that is remarkably similar to it, which the irony is not lost on Todd as he does this, and he kind of pause, making a subtle realization. And on that crossbar, that as on the top line of the crosshairs, he draws two lines going up, symbolically similar of a pair of horns, indicating a very, very slight difference between the heralds and their symbol for the fallen. I get in the car, I head out. I'm going to ditch the car and make my way to the stronghold for final preparations, and then I'll be laying low with John.
Maybe it's your nerves as you ditch the car and leave into the night. Maybe it's everything that happened. Maybe it's completely unrelated, but you feel like you hear the faint sound of sirens in the background. John, Dr. Tran, is in his hotel room. He mentioned to you after he woke up. Actually, Garrett, can I get you to roll me a chance die? I know it's not really a thing in this system. I'm just going to port it over from Chronicles here.
Yeah.
Just roll me a d10. Tell me what you get.
A 6.
Tran's groggy, John. He doesn't quite remember what happened. He knows somebody attacked him, one of you. He's just not really sure, he got his fucking bell rung,
Yes.
and he's a little unsure of, where he stands with everyone right now.
I probably separated them out since he was not doing well with them. They're outside. We get him back up. He's comfortable. He's lying in the bed at this point. All right. Sorry about that.
Pheia has, in a fit of remorse, put an ice pack on him while he's unconscious on his face, and also a generous helping of wild yam cream to help reduce the swelling and the bruising.
He's got the TV on in the background, but it's on mute, and it's a documentary. It's like a Shark Week documentary about top 10 deadly shark attacks.
We're going to take you seriously here, as we told you before, and it looks like we need to do something about the Texas Tower.
Yes.
Is there
obviously
anything else you can provide us before we go out there? This place is pretty safe. They probably won't find you here.
Provide you? I still have some connections. I could get you a ride out there, I suppose.
That would be a lot safer than any other methodology. So if you want this to be successful, that's probably in your best interest.
Yes,
also.
I still have enough connections to at least pull a mundane helicopter.
Great. I don't want to know about the non-mundane helicopters.
And you couldn't anyways.
Great. We're in agreement.
Yes, we are. He looks pleased by that. We are in agreement. Not getting any subtext to what you're saying.
Just super aggressive agreement.
Great. So you'll be safe here. We'll check back in on you. I will let you know when things calm down. But you probably should stay here for a little bit.
I suppose I should. Yes.
I'll get the phone number from here. I'll contact you. I'm sure you can handle getting food on your own without running your car.
I saw a vending machine in the lobby. He's referring to literally outside as the lobby because this is a fucking motel.
Right.
And yeah, there's a shitty vending machine out there.
Look, I'll check in on you day to day. If you need anything, let me know. We won't be too far. And at some point or another, I will bring you the water with the biologicals.
Yes, please do. I don't have any of my equipment here, and I'm not a biologist, but I can try my best.
Right. Sounds good. It's been a thing meeting you.
Certainly has been.
Great. Yeah, we'll keep in touch.
I'm sure most of your days aren't this interesting.
You'd be surprised. Anyways, I'm going to go. Take care. Keep a low profile. Don't piss off your neighbors.
I would never think of doing something like that.
Yeah, I would just avoid talking to anyone, really. You never know who's...
Infected, yes, very good idea.
Yeah.
I'll stay away from everyone.
Excellent.
How am I going to know? Well, you wouldn't know, because it would know everything you knew if it took you over. I'll think of a test.
You work on that.
And as if signaling that his part of the conversation is over, he turns the volume up on the TV about shark attacks.
I'm just going to leave. All right, guys. He's all set. We don't have to deal with him anymore. He is going to get us a ride out to the tower.
Okay.
He's able to get a helicopter, which is useful. So we still need to enact the rest of the things that we talked about. And we need to finish up our training for this week. I imagine we're going to hear from Todd pretty soon. He's dealing with some personal stuff. But I think he might be here sooner than later. So he'll also be a great help in getting you guys up to speed. But it's pretty clear now that we have to go into that stupid tower.
Do we have to talk to the guy again?
No, I can handle it from here on in, but I don't really see any reason for us to continue to talk to him.
Cool, because I have never felt less attracted to men in my whole life.
Me neither, and I still feel attraction to men.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'll handle it, but I also just told him to not talk to anyone.
Like in general, for the rest of his life, yeah.
Not that far. But. So yeah, I think you guys should start preparing. I don't know if you can get in contact with Mateo. He'd probably be a big help in this.
I'll reach out.
Well, it's been a hell of a day, so let's call it here, and we'll start again fresh tomorrow.
Do you want to meet with Mateo before we go?
Yeah, we can give him the biplan, the general plans and everything like that. We'll meet somewhere.
Got it.
Are we still going to need uniforms?
Yes. We still don't really want them to know who we are if we want to have a life after this, just in case.
Okay, I've got some people I can contact about that.
They're not going to ask too many questions?
They'll probably ask questions about if I'm eating enough, if I've been sleeping enough,
right.
But...
Got it. Okay, as long as you trust them and you know what we're looking for, I can help you with me or Dallas can help you with any particular details, but I think...
All right, I'll try and bring one of you with me if it's needed, but
okay.
I'll call a couple people and see if I can set up a meeting.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Can someone drive me home?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, thank you.
My pleasure.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll continue to ready ourselves for a raid on an oil rig tower in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, it's something. Can't say I was expecting that sentence out of anyone's mouth in my conversation.
Yeah, that was not in my life plan either.
I would say roughly 96% of my life has not gone according to plan. So I've stopped planning.
Gotcha.
Where the hell is Dallas?
Dallas is outside after knocking out the miserable little mage. He kind of let himself be separated by John, I'm assuming, and then has just went off to a local package store, picked up a 6-pack of Heislers, and is just kind of sitting outside, smoking cigarettes and drinking beers, sulking.
We should make sure he gets a ride, too.
I got him, no worries. He's on vacation at a beachfront property.
You hear the sound of a shattering glass as Dallas pitches another one of the beers that he's finished.
Has he been doing that?
Yeah, every 20 minutes or so you've heard as a bottle gets pitched off into one of the adjoining parking lots.
Looking around the parking lots here, not maybe an uncommon activity, but Dallas is approaching it with particular zeal right now.
Good choice of words.
All right. I got him. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right. Take care.
See you then.
As the two of you do head out of the motel and all walk by, you could see that he's kind of just perched up, sitting on the back seat of the bench outside, feet on the actual seat, sitting on the top part of the bench. And you can see that half of the six-pack is missing. The fourth one is in his hand. And there's a collection of cigarette butts at his feet.
Yeah, Nat would stop by before getting to the car.
Y'all heading out?
Yeah, I think John's coming for you soon, too.
Looks like you are too, man.
Yeah, where are we going?
Looks like you're going to Sleepy Town.
I don't know about that.
How's the beach house sound, then?
It's better than anything else we've had to deal with recently.
Well, certainly better than the dude.
Yeah, that was my dumb mistake. I shouldn't have let him get under my skin. That happens, though.
Let me be very clear that my role in the hunt is usually to prevent people from punching anything supernatural in the face. And let me also be very clear that I deeply appreciate you knocking his teeth a little backwards there.
Dallas flashes a smile.
No, I mean it, 'cause as much as I can approach this as what I do believe in understanding anything, anyone, trying to understand anything, anyone that might have a semblance of humanity, of sentience, it's also important to demonstrate that humanity.
He raises a hand up.
Yeah.
Nah, I really appreciate what you're saying. I've just been under a court mandate for the past 6 months to not be punching random assholes in the face. So I'm trying to get better about that.
On a scale of anger issues, sounds like you could deal with some therapy. But if you had to pick an asshole to punch in the face...
If you were going to break your vow of punching chastity...
It's not even that. I mean, do you really think that I would choose to be working on a fucking rig out in the middle of the Atlantic if I had... I don't know. My life just didn't go the way I thought, and now I'm finding myself in very weird company, I guess.
Well, you're welcome. If I had finished my education in time, I might have got a job there too. It's common that they pick up people from my field. You shouldn't be blaming yourself for where the world took you.
Yeah, I should be blaming me.
Yeah. And Nat, agrees, and she nods, and she says it, not unkindly. It's not like an aggressive expression on her face, but she does nod like she means it.
Yeah. That's kind of the point. Thanks for taking care of me after this weird fucking week we've been through.
It's been a weird fucking week, man.
Yeah.
I think that you've taken care of us just as much. I know that this is new. I know that this is confusing. It kind of just never stops being so new and confusing, no matter how much knowledge you get.
You don't have to give the weird Redeemer speech to me. I appreciate it, though.
I give the weird Redeemer speech. She gives the weird Innocent speech.
That's her job. Want it from her, then?
No, I'm
good. Off the clock. You're gonna have to pay extra if you want the Redeemer speech now.
He kind of nods along. You could see that there's kind of a confusion in his eyes that he's still having trouble sorting the differences between what exactly Innocent and Redeemer is, but he kind of just accepts that he was wrong in this case and smiles.
I do mean it, though, and you can't really stop me from making speeches, so... Unfortunately, you're not the kind of man to interrupt someone while they're trying to have a normal conversation.
You see his kind of his eyes roll a little bit when you say that he's not the kind of person to interrupt, but he does keep his mouth shut and nod along.
Alright, maybe that's a bit of a stretch, but you're not that guy. We all have an opportunity here to show our hearts. I'm glad to see yours.
Well, let's hope we don't actually see each other's hearts.
It's part
I
of
have
the risk.
tilapia skin. We can fix that. Do you think I'm kidding?
Yeah?
She will reach into her bag and pull out...
The second her hand goes into a bag, he puts his hand out and is like, no, we're good. We're good.
No, we're here. And she pulls out a bag full of tilapia skin.
Why do you have that?
It's excellent for treating burns.
How often do you replace it?
Often.
You know what else is good for treating burns?
Aloe?
Hospitals?
Calendula? You think we can go there if we've been set on fire by, like, I don't know,
Yeah.
fairies?
Yeah, I think if we're set on fire, you can go to a hospital no matter what the situation is.
Do you know how much money an emergency room costs, man?
Sure. Do you know what they have to do in order to get that? Is they got to collect that shit. You know how much art school costs? They got to collect that shit. You can still go.
You know what they do if they can't collect after a certain amount of time?
They frown real big.
No, they start docking your pay.
They got to find where you're getting paid.
I need you to believe me when I say they'll find you.
Okay.
From someone who is still paying for her parents' cancer treatments.
Look, if this is a who's got the bigger chip on their shoulder contest, we can do this.
Oh no, it's not.
Okay.
It's why I carry tilapia skin.
Right, the fish skins.
How about this, then? And Nat puts a hand on your shoulder, Pheia. Thank you for trying to take care of us.
I will eat a giant slice of humble pie when I am burned by fairies and saved by your big bag of fish skins. Until then, I am going to continue to be a complete jackass about that.
I would expect nothing less and hope for nothing less.
Good. You're allowed to enjoy it when I eat that humble pie, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh no, I'm gonna put whipped cream on that.
Do you have whipped cream in the bag, too?
I can make some.
That makes me so upset.
Out of things that are in the bag, or...
She will dig through her bag for a minute.
Nat, why did you ask that question?
I'm sorry, that's my fault.
Yeah.
We'll drive away now. And Nat just takes Pheia, unless there's, like, significant resistance.
She will not resist, but she does keep looking through her bag. And as they're driving away, she will shout, "No!"
I've still got 2 left. You guys want some road sodas?
No, thank you.
Pheia will put out an arm.
He'll throw a beer at her.
You make me they're driving away at this point. Make me a strength athletics, and Pheia, I want you to make me a dexterity athletics.
Well, I'm not driving if I see her put an arm out of the car to catch a beer.
It was described that you were driving, and this was shouted as you were leaving. I want him to throw it.
Strength athletics?
Strength athletics. You're a few
Garrett,
beers
don't feel
deep.
this.
You ain't doing this with dex.
This is the most important rule to your concept. No pressure.
It's a lot of
What a
10s.
great rule.
I don't think Haymaker or Scuba applies
No,
to this.
not unfortunately.
That's still 6 successes.
That's still 6 fucking successes.
I don't have a spec, so my 10 doesn't blow up, so 2 successes.
2 successes. Well, you got, with his 6, you got more than 1, which is all I was going to ask you for. Dallas,
Chaos crew.
several beers in, throws a glass bottle at you, at Nat's car as you are both driving away, and you just catch it out the window like you had practiced it for a commercial.
Thanks, buddy.
As you turn back to say thanks, buddy, you see that after the throw, he's kind of slipped up and has fallen back over the bench. He puts a hand up in the air with a thumbs up. So
Fail.
he's okay, but, you know.
I know John's coming to pick him up, and he probably doesn't want the tilapia skin anywhere near the road rash he's now given himself on his face.
The 2 girls drive off. John, do you look over to see Dallas is falling on his ass? Nat, you and Pheia are driving down to Narragansett to drop Pheia off at her home.
All right. You're in charge of the radio.
You may regret that.
Make me.
Challenge accepted.
Not too loud, though. I'm gonna call Mateo first, okay?
Right. Business before pleasure.
Something like that.
And Pheia will kind of give a one-sided smirk as she plays with the radio and tries to find, like, I don't know. She tries to find something obnoxious just to be a pain in the ass.
Nat has like a light grin on too.
She's mostly looking for something that's not piping in just constant static, so Nat can make the phone call.
And I'm gonna call Mateo.
When the phone picks up, you can hear like some pretty intense like wind in the background, but you do hear Mateo's voice. Hold on a second. Just give me a second.
Yep.
And it's like he's talking to somebody else, and then the wind noise sort of dies down. Kind of like maybe he cupped his hand over the phone. He goes, hello, Nat? Is that you?
That's Mia.
What's going on?
Hey, is that the new phone, or are you out on a boat or something?
I'm on a boat right now.
I can hear the wind.
I got a. I'm like actually shocked that I have signal out here, but it's working, so that's great.
Good thing I caught you now.
What do you need?
We're going to go to Texas Tower 2.
When?
I can send you the date, some of the info, and we got a way in as well.
Okay, you have a way in? For like a big group of people, or is this less a social call I'm sort of getting?
It was a call to see if you wanted to help.
How bad is this going to be, Nat? I mean, yes, obviously I want to go. I wanted to go for a long time, but how? Do I need to put the word out in the ocean to see if some of our other acquaintances should also show up?
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is going to be incredibly dangerous. If you choose to come, it's a huge risk. But if you feel like you could get help, if you feel like our acquaintances care about what's been going on with this ocean and how much worse it's gonna get after July 4th, because it's gonna get worse after July 4th.
After, why the 4th of July? It's like a big beach day. Is that... Oh, well, okay. Here's the deal. I don't think I could ask for help. They're still all... Your friend, what's her face? She was... I think she got through to the fucking guards the shoals a little bit.
Hang on,
I
I'm
had a
gonna hit...
couple altercate... What?
You're gonna be put on speaker. She's next to me.
Hello, am I on speaker?
Hi,
Hello?
Mateo. It's Pheia.
Pheia, that's right. I didn't forget. Hello, Pheia.
Hi, I'm really bad at this. I really shouldn't be telling you my name. But, in for a penny.
Right, you're, open-toe sandals or something.
You're very close.
Open something.
Open hearth.
That's right. So, Pheia and that, like I was saying, I've had another little altercation with, the other sharks. You know, the Roquea.
I didn't think you meant like the nurse sharks or anything.
No, but I don't know if you got through to that guards the shoals guys, or if something else was saying. I'm not sure, but it's a risk, and particularly the big one and the little one. Frankly, none of the three of them give two shits about people. But if you think it's going to be really dangerous, I'm asking the two of you, I can put sort of a... If I ask for help, they'll tell me to fuck myself and die, but if I put the challenge out there, it might mean something. Do you think... Not the challenge like, come fight me, but like the challenge of like, what are you, a little bitch? If you're not a little bitch, come show up to Texas Tower. I'll be here at this face of the moon, or whatever.
I have a dumbass question.
Unshocking to me.
Yeah, I have a bunch. If you could arrange a meeting, is there a chance I could talk to guards the shoals about it?
Not a fucking chance. I really don't think so. I think if I arrange a meeting, that will be blowing the one shot that they've got, and I think someone's gonna walk away dead. And by someone, I mean fucking me.
But it sounds like you believe that if you say, hey, the ocean's in danger, come save it, or don't.
On your word, the two of you, I am willing to sort of bet my life that they care more about fighting the ocean, or for the ocean, rather than killing me. Based on every fucking interaction I've had with them.
Based on all the weird-ass interactions with all the weird-ass folks that we've met recently, the problem is centered around Texas Tower 2.
Yeah.
And Texas Tower 2 is hurting C.
Yes, that's why I think I could get them to show up there.
I think by definition, they are obligated to come help.
They're prideful sons of bitches, and I think if I hurt their pride and go, hey, look at me, I'm a fucking betweener, I'm doing it, how can you not do your fucking job? Then I think they're gonna show up. But the question becomes, is it worth the risk? You two make that call. I have obviously very biased feelings here.
What's the C worth to you, out of curiosity?
Fucking everything, I guess.
You feel passionate about it even though you haven't been raised in the same way?
Yeah. It turns out you can sort of get, I don't know, adopted into something and care about it more than the fucking people who were born there. That's how I feel right now.
This is like the little bristly as he's saying it.
So it's not up to me. Is C something you want to risk your life for?
Well, I think, frankly, if we fucking don't, then eventually we're all gonna fucking die anyways. Because the ocean is vital. It's important. It's integral to everything we're doing.
On a long enough timeline, we're all going to die anyway. I'm probably going to die soonest of the three of us.
Well, if Guards the Shoals is right, not me. But
I think we have been put into a position where we get to choose what we do with the rest of our life, however long or short it may be. Sure. I hope that we all have longer lives than this, but the two of us and the rest of our friends, we've decided that we're willing to put our lives on the line for this, that we think that it will help people, that we think that it'll save people.
Alright, I mean, like I said, I'm willing to put my life on the line for this shit. And I will put the call out if you think it's right, but I also can't promise these fucking assholes aren't going to kill all of us. The two of you and all your friends included. So, I just wanted to put the stakes on the table if that's what you want me to do.
What an interesting way to go. If that's how I go.
Maybe in an ideal world, they'll see your devotion to C and they'll understand some connection between the two of you, and maybe not.
Well, I don't...
You're talking to a couple of hopeless idealists.
Yeah, Christ. Okay, fine. Tell you what, I will put the call out. Just tell me what day, because we're gonna have a fucking window and I want to be there. I don't want to show up there and have the sharks show up there, and then it's just us with our fucking fins in our asses.
I tell him the day...
How would that work?
I tell him the
You're
day...
an imaginative girl, figure it out.
I am.
I tell him the day that we'd been thinking about, but I also tell him that we will confirm over text. But basically I'm expressing that in case he doesn't have cell phone reception by that time, that's the day that we were thinking of.
Okay. I'll give it a shot.
Does your spine turn to cartilage when you're a shark? I don't know shark anatomy well enough to know how you would get your fins in your ass.
The phone hangs up.
How do you think sharks are built, Pheia?
They have a lot of cartilage mass in their bodies. I don't know how much of their bone is cartilage or how much of it's bone.
Yeah?
So I don't know if the bones in their spine are gelatinous enough to allow the fins to go up the butthole.
Is that what you want to spend tonight thinking about?
Shark buttholes.
Yes, is that what you want to do with the last few hours?
I can think of other ways to spend my time.
I want to focus on those if you want to.
I do need to call some friends to get a project rolling first.
Before you make this call, am I dropping you off home, or did you want to go back to the beach house? Or did you maybe not want to be alone tonight?
Pheia, thinks. The rest of them aren't here to tell me it's stupid, so why don't you come up and we can sit on the couch and watch movies.
You get the music, I'll get the movies.
Okay.
And Nat is gonna lean over. Presuming this is a pretty safe stretch of road.
Yeah, for narrative purposes, sure, I don't give a shit.
Well, there's a lot of car crashes happening lately, so...
Only deliberate ones into individuals who are walking.
Nat is going to lean over, cradle Pheia's face, and kiss her gently on the cheek.
Pheia will give that one-sided smirk. I have no idea how to behave in this situation. I am terrible at dating. But I appreciate that you're trying.
So you're already thinking about dating. And with that, I'm going to lean in and put a small kiss on your lips.
She will lean in for that as well.
John and Dallas, you get back to the house. John, all of your safety stuff is still intact.
Roger.
This place still seems secure. Is there anything the two of you are doing, or just turning in for the night after a ridiculously long fucking day?
I'm probably going to take some notes down and everything like that while it's still fresh for a little bit.
As you're doing that and thinking about things, John, you're actually looking at sea levels, and I'm just going to tell you right now, if you're planning on going out to Texas Tower 2, looking at weather patterns and current patterns and stuff, you have two good choices. 4 days from now, the weather is going to be calm and clear. The weather will not be choppy. It's going to be good, and it'll be like a good window of time to smoothly go in. The day after that, some storm fronts are coming. So it's going to be much choppier, much windier, much more dangerous. But you also obviously have a little storm cover as it comes in. So I'll let you decide when you want to go, but those are two like good windows of time when you could go under very different conditions.
Gotcha.
What are you looking at there?
Trying to figure out when we should go out there, looking at the weather and whatnot, and
Decide on whether you want to go when it's easy to get there or when it's tough?
yeah, pretty much.
Well, not for nothing. We're going to be calling Endron, talking to Saunders, and basically telling him that we're going after these guys
Yep.
and giving him the bad option of either going down with the ship or working on a optics campaign to make this look like it was his decision to get rid of Project Deepwater. If he has an opening with clear weather to go assist them, that's increasing the chances he might make a decision that we're not planning for. If he can't reasonably get help out there, it pushes him back into the corner where we want him.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the storm here, even though I really don't want to.
I don't want to either. I've gone out on just mildly choppy water, and it's fucking miserable.
Yeah, well, I can't imagine it's better when we're in a helicopter.
No.
The good news is it'll be less, up and down choppy, I guess.
There's a weird knock on the window from out back.
Dallas immediately looks to grab something to like...
Yeah, there's guns and stuff all over the place here.
Fuck was that?
I don't know.
God. I'll put up discern. I'll kind of like stare into the brightness of the computer screen, and then kind of my eyes will flick over to the window. 6 successes.
It is up for the next hour. And as soon as that crystallizes, because the darkness no longer bothers you, Lex, what does he see through the window?
He sees Todd, armed to the teeth, wearing a trucker's hat, covered in blood and completely unblinking.
Todd's outside, but he is covered in blood and looking kind of creepy and monster-like.
I go out to the porch.
Hey,
I see that it got messy.
it's done.
Well, that's good.
He's... probably not. I think the plan will work, but there's really no going back from it.
Well, we can take some measures, but
No.
I don't mean you can go back to your old life.
John, I'm turning myself in when this is done.
For killing a demon?
Aside from you, he has everyone else's names. If I don't pull his attention completely and make him think he got the win he was looking for.
Well, let's hold off on that. Things could go sideways.
No, John, things have gone sideways. Fucking look at me.
I am looking at you, and there are better ways than you going to jail.
You said do it.
Yeah, we will.
I thought this was the better way.
I didn't. Yes, killing the demon is absolutely positive.
John, they come back. They don't stay dead.
Is it immediate?
Sometimes.
We'll deal with it.
What? He tries to wipe blood from his face and hands.
John,
Yeah.
don't invite him in.
Why?
Just don't invite him in.
Okay.
I've been reading HunterNet. What you gonna do about that, Todd?
What the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck am I talking about?
Is there some sort of code to verify whether or not I'm on HunterNet?
No.
The fuck is this?
You're just acting awfully funny. That's all.
Fucking invite me in.
No.
John, what are you doing, man?
Okay, now you're being weird about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, my man.
Fuck this. I just push past and go inside.
See? That's all you had to do in the first place.
Fuck you. I go to the bathroom.
That did not go the direction I was expecting, but I'm really glad it didn't.
That's usually for vampires, man.
Yeah?
We were talking about demons.
What's the difference?
A lot, actually. A ton. So much.
Oh, now you're upset.
Yes.
Well, have you ever fought a vampire?
No, I avoided that.
Okay. So they might share some things in common.
It doesn't mean I don't know about vampires.
It was weird, though, that he was fucking, being odd about invitation, though, right?
I'm agreeing that it was weird.
And also, just walking up to the back window and knocking like it's a fucking horror movie? What was that shit?
Todd is sometimes a little strange, especially since he
Also, wasn't he just gonna, go hit the fucking demon or something with a car?
that is probably what he did.
Why is he covered in blood?
It probably didn't work.
All right. Do you have any silver kicking around?
A little. It's pretty hard to come by.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm asking, but you have...
I have some just in case, yeah.
You have fucking beach houses falling out of your pockets, apparently.
I do not. I have a single beach house.
If I know what I'm doing with metal.
Okay.
If you give me the silver, I can probably use that to give us something that we can bring with us just in case these fucking sharks go sideways.
Yeah, we can definitely do something with that.
How much do you have? Enough to make some a knife? Enough to just make a couple of slugs? What are you thinking? Can I see it?
What's your arsenal rating?
2.
2. You can have either... basically, those are your options. You can have enough for, a knife or a couple slugs.
Yeah, I have enough to make a decent knife blade or a couple slug bullets.
Well, what do you think we'd be better off with?
I don't know anyone except maybe Todd that knows how to use a knife well. And I'm really not sure about Todd.
I mean, aside from a knife, we could probably make a pair of brass knuckles.
I mean, that's up to you.
Silver knuckles.
Yeah, if you spike them, I guess. The shark skin looks like it's pretty resistant to blunt force trauma.
Sure, but the
I know fire works on them too.
Well, I forget whether it was Mateo or one of them said that silver does the trick.
Yeah,
and maybe it was the fucking messengers.
it's really easy
God
to come. Weirdly enough, with essentially flamethrower rounds for the shotgun. So,
all right. Well, if you don't mind, I'll take it and I'll figure it out. Maybe we'll ask Todd and see what he thinks. Whether
it's always a good plan.
we'd have some slugs for a pistol or a set of knuckles or a knife. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean the knife and stuff is more reusable for sure. But I'm gonna close the door. I'm gonna see where his car is parked in case he was very deranged about it.
A couple blocks away,
Okay.
I assume.
And it's your car.
I see the plan was not followed. Did I lose conviction for this?
Was that?
Oh.
I followed my plan perfectly.
You have a 20-minute car ride after maybe sleeping late the next morning. The two of you drive in, I don't know if you're chatty or if you are in pleasantly companionable silence.
I told her to pick something terrible on the radio to torture me with, and I presume she's following through.
The girl from Ipanema is playing on the radio.
Pheia, knowing you, and you're looking for the most heinous thing you can find.
Yes.
Correct? This part of the country has a lot of pockets of French-Canadian immigrants, and there is a Quebecois AM radio station playing a French cover of Girl from Ipanema.
Outstanding. So we jack up the volume on that one.
Yeah, I have to imagine this car ride, at least from my perspective, it gets more playful, more teasing, more joking. Keeping the mood light.
The girls are having a reasonably pleasant next morning in reasonably good spirits, all things considered, right now.
Trying not to think about the hell we're going to be going into.
And speaking of the hell that you're going into, you arrive at the safe house where the boys are.
Just in time for the French Canadian radio to die out and fucking Creed starts playing on the channel that picks up.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time.
Even worse.
Is it in French, though?
Show you everything.
Oh, someone get...
Wide open.
The Creed that picks up on the radio station is not in French, but it does that thing where your radio stations are going in and out, where sometimes they fucking like switch back and forth, and or you're picking up both at once. So it's Creed, static, and Quebecois music covers all blurred together as you arrive.
I think the only move here is to aggressively attempt to sing the Creed song over whatever's happening. That's where I'm coming from with that. You can...
Pheia will attempt to do the girl from Ipanema in English to drown out the Creed.
It's, moments of silliness, but I think Nat is kind of approaching it as, like, deliberately trying to keep the mood light. The affectionate kind of teasing that's like, oh, you're terrible singing, I'm terrible singing, and there's nothing terrible that we're going towards.
Hanging on to those good feelings as long as possible.
Yeah.
Arriving at the safe house. It is just sort of an instant mood killer as soon as you open the door and see the guys hanging out inside. Now that you're all sort of back together and preparing, I know, John, you had been making plans, you'd all been reaching out to different people. So I kind of want to go through, because we are sort of approaching literally taking a helicopter from the Earth Frontier Division, reaching out to talk to Saunders. There were a lot of different pieces of the plan. So I want to just sort of go around the table and you guys tell me what steps you are taking to prepare to go out to Texas Tower 2. And you have, depending on when you decided to go, a couple of days. Nat.
I think I'll be texting Mateo all that information, the more specific as we get to it. She'll also send off a text to Sadie. Just, you okay?
Unlike every other time that you've texted her recently, there's not an instant response. But after a minute or two, all lowercase letters, no spaces between the letters. Who is she?
Nat kind of lets out a thin sigh. That's a problem to be dealt with later. But that answers the question. Sadie's okay. Sadie has not risked her life for getting us the information that we need. And concern can be replaced with eye rolling at this point moving forward. Sadie's not going to get that text back. I got a heartfelt conversation with my mom coming up.
John.
So besides pulling up my arsenal, maybe coordinating with Todd to get some of the pieces I might not have, since I have only Arsenal 2, and I think I'd like to try to get everybody in body armor and rifles or submachine guns or whatever it is that is doable between the two of us. That's somewhat uniform looking.
So, submachine guns, automatic rifles with you. Todd, what is your arsenal rating?
3.
Between the two of you, you don't really have access to like a half dozen assault rifles.
Right.
But if you're looking to get those, maybe depending on how the conversation with Saunders goes or whatever, they might be available. Otherwise, you're going to have a little bit of a mismatch of like sidearms and things.
That's fine to certain degrees. I think it'll be okay. I want to get this going without taking the risk on Saunders. If we get better stuff, we get better stuff, but
Sure.
We'll go from there. Other than that, I have Arsenal 2, he has Arsenal 3. Do we have... What kind of access to explosives do we have? Or do they have to be homemade?
They would have to be homemade.
Okay. So other than picking up for supplies for that and kind of giving Dallas a crash course, or whoever really wants to know, because it's kind of a hunter thing that's kind of a dark hunter thing that we end up dealing with, is the making of these explosives and stuff like that. I also see if I can find any information about the other Texas towers.
As you're looking at information from other Texas towers, it looks like one of them suffered a structural issue with the actual structure of the tower itself, and it collapsed and sank into the ocean. This was decades ago. The thing that was said to have been done, but clearly it didn't, accidentally happened to one of the other Texas towers. There was a bar going across some of the like beams that held the infrastructure up, and like a lot of contracts, they found the lowest bidder to construct some of these. So some of them like did not sink as far into the seabed as perhaps they fucking should. And some of the support beams, after years of like rust and specifically weathering storms, were safety hazards and were like not as structurally sound as you would hope.
Sounds unfortunately kind of perfect for what we need. I was going to consult with Dallas to see if those are doable, since he knows what the place looks like, maybe not schematically, but at least the general idea.
So let me ask a question to the table here. Who has demolitions on their sheet? John, you have demolitions 2?
Correct.
Dallas, what do you have?
Demolitions 1.
Demolitions 1. So between the two of you, you actually have some demolitions knowledge. Now, there's a thing that happens it's in the Avenger book. Who has construction? Dallas, you do.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you have construction at?
I have construction at 2.
At 2 as well. Okay. So between the two of you, one of the things that can happen, there is a whole section in the books, we've talked about this, but for the audience's purposes here, there's a whole section in the books about how to demolish buildings and how you can use both the construction and demolition skills in tandem. Between the two of you, you can probably, you'll have like one shot.
Right.
But you think you might be able to collapse the tower. The question becomes, you know that it goes deeper than it's supposed to. And if it has infrastructure beyond just the Dallas, the bathysphere or whatever, it might support it. That being said, if you could get a look underneath or knew what was there, or plant it further down, you could probably use the weight of the tower itself to destroy whatever was underneath.
I mean, in theory, if there's enough of a facility down there causing some kind of breach where it loses pressure, would probably be a very destabilizing effect to cause the whole thing to crumble and collapse.
Would be catastrophic.
Yeah, let's call that plan C, because that also means we have to go that far down too.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we can collapse the entire thing from a bigger, from closer to the surface, I think that's...
Don't get me wrong. Either way, you have to go in the water.
Yeah.
The structural point that keeps the tower up,
Yeah.
that you are looking at that collapsed in some of the other ones, is below surface level. Ugh. But it is out. It wouldn't be necessarily in the facility, but someone's going to have to go in the water with this explosive. Gotcha. If you want to put it on the outside. On the inside, if there's a way to access the facility or whatever, that's a different question.
Okay. Well, we'll come in with a couple different ideas based on what we find, based on what we can see in the structure and stuff like that, and go from there. Keep the plan malleable until we get there.
Okay. Pheia
will put in a call to her buddy from work, Liza. Liza is about Gary's age. She is a tiny spitfire of a woman, and she is the head costumer.
I was going to say, if I remember your notes correctly, this is the head costumer for the historical museum.
Yes. She will also put out a call to her coworkers, Gabe and Pete, who are both Vietnam War veterans.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially say, hey, I'm working on a job. Found some work outside of work. I need to dress as this. Can we get some tack gear for myself and a few friends?
Between Todd and John's arsenals to get like actual body armor, using a little bit of everybody's resources to like sweep army surplus stores and stuff, and specifically tagging into who the fuck knew that when you were like, I'm going to put a costumer on my sheet, that it would be extremely relevant to right now.
I did.
Well, I didn't. This is catching me off guard every time. You can absolutely give measurements for the whole squad to have full gear. if you had a decent artist rendering of that ST badge that Dallas saw, you could probably have a full-on like embroidered Velcro patch or like stick-on patch or whatever.
Dallas, can you make me a drawing?
You may make an expression check to draw her out what we're looking to replicate.
Yes, and how good you do on this is going to be how accurate it is to reality from your memory that the costumers can recreate. So make me a crafts check.
I'll add 2 more dice in.
Great.
4 successes.
Dallas, you're able to pull one up from memory pretty well. I guess maybe not strange that the details of that night are seared into your memory, but you can craft ST badges. And with 4 successes, actually, Dallas, ST were the special tactics badges, or the special teams badges, whatever, for the specific squid guys that were out there. Mm-hmm. You do remember seeing and overhearing the argument between Klieg and Saunders that he had his own team and he didn't like it.
Right.
If you want to alter that design in any way to make it so that you are maybe one of Saunders' guys instead of one of the Klieg's guys, you can do that.
And Saunders mentioned it.
First teams.
The first teams, the FT.
Yes. I'm not saying either one is necessarily the right thing, but because you did well on this, you could alter it in such a way where it would still look authentic.
That's actually smart because at first, at a quick glance, it'll look official. It'll look like the same kind of badge, but on closer inspection, it will help back up the lie that I want Saunders to tell and cover for us and to actually switch to our side.
Before submitting it, Pheia, Dallas changes it from special teams to first teams. With a big ol' F.
You're good with this?
Yeah. I heard Saunders and Klieg arguing about the fact that he had his own special team. I guess the board of directors issues something called first teams. So if we want Saunders to go along with this lie that we're telling to actually come in on our side, it might be better that we're actually posing as this instead. And honestly, the design looks close enough to the ST badge that I don't think anyone's... if they're just doing a quick glance, they're not going to notice.
I'm just a girl with a bag full of emu oil and beer bread, man. I trust your judgment. And she will forward the drawing.
With your army of professional costumers and old people who want to help you at all times... You are going to have outfits for everyone that will fit in a professional-looking manner within days.
I will also hit them up, say, do we have any old silver jewelry pieces that aren't fit to use or that we're not planning on refurbishing?
Fanny actually gets back to you. And she has an old silver necklace and a couple old rings. And... she looks at you and pushes them into your hands when you meet up with her, clasps her hands, paper-thin skin, because Fanny's, 102, I think you said?
Yep.
I was going to give these to my daughter when I died, but she passed many years ago. And I don't have anyone else to give them to. I would love if these were yours, and maybe one day you'll pass them down to your children.
We'll keep this story going. Thank you, Fanny. And she'll hug her, carefully, but earnestly.
Her spine is like in the shape of an S at this point.
It's
but
fully a question mark.
But she gives you a hug, and then steps back and looks at you.
Have you been eating? You look thin.
I don't. That's a lie.
To Fanny's eyes, you have not eaten enough, and you should be eating at least 4 full hams a day. Like,
4
this is...
full hams.
This is how she lived on her, too.
I'm managing. If you made beer bread, I would eat it.
She pulls out of her giant crocheted handbag a paper bag. She pushes that into your hands.
Pheia takes it with a smile. Thank you.
I'm gonna go watch my stories.
Okay.
And she just kind of like, that just basically involves shifting her body a little bit to look more directly at the TV. But like,
Pheia, like, offers to help reposition her, get her another blanket. Because it's story time, which means it's nap time.
there are 30 Afghans in this room. Mm-hmm. Easily enough done.
Yep.
But you do, sentimental for Fanny, but in a practical way, you do have access to more silver now.
And Pheia will look at these probably super tiny rings.
Tiny but chunky.
Yep.
You know this like tiny because her fingers were tiny.
Yep.
But chunky because that's the style.
Right. And she will kind of like tuck them in her pocket and tuck the necklace in her pocket. And Pheia will kind of pause, and she can't help thinking about when they left Gary's house. And she'll try to shake that from her head. Something in her mind just seems to step in and protect her from her own thoughts. And just says, no, we're not going to think about that right now.
Dallas, what are you doing to prepare? Are you getting anything in particular? Are you doing anything in particular?
Yeah, there's two main goals I think Dallas has in preparation. The first one is he's going to make some calls to some of his allies. He actually knows a decent amount of guys in the freelance, like diving,
Absolutely,
and like kind of construction areas. So he'll see about getting his hands on some scuba gear.
Easily done. Like, just because Dallas has been avoiding the barracks and like not intermingling right now because of, for obvious reasons, not all those guys are bad guys by any stretch of imagination, and you barely have to lie to get your hands on some scuba gear. How many are you trying to get? You could probably get reasonably enough dive gear for 2 people.
I think that's probably all we actually need. And I'd love to be surprised, but I don't think anybody in besides Dallas is probably a competent diver. There's a lot, and God forbid he takes someone down with him and they start fucking struggling to actually breathe through the actual apparatus. Like, it could be bad news. So he'll get a hold of some diving gear. And then he's going to take the silver that he acquires and see about making it into some weaponry. So if we have an edge against the weresharks. With the silver I have, could I do like some plated knuckles or like spiked silver knuckles?
Instead of the knife? Yes.
And if I do that, I'm assuming I could probably maybe like save some of the silver to make some bullets.
So that depends. I'm actually going to ask Erika a question. Do you give Dallas Fanny's silver?
How big is the pendant or the necklace?
It's like a lot of cords, like really thin strands all like together.
Pheia will hold on to one of the rings. She will kind of loop it on a string in a decorative knot, and she will keep that around her neck. And she will reluctantly hand it to Dallas.
You now have enough to do, I will say, 12 like regular bullets or a few shotgun shells, and the knuckles, and like one knife or another pair of knuckles, something like that.
So a set of knuckles, a knife, and 12 rounds?
And 12 rounds. That necklace is fucking big. Like, you have a decent amount of silver now.
Is any of the jewelry like actually really nice, or is it kind of a little bit gaudy and like...
It was probably nice 70 years ago.
Okay.
And has not quite come back into fashion in the same way. So, like,
they're nice silver pieces.
It's gaudy, but it's actually silver, so these are not like costly pieces.
They're nice pieces, but none of them are like touching Dallas.
Nothing is touching your artistic soul.
I'm not wrecking that.
No, nothing is. No, it's much more about the sentiment than the aesthetic.
Okay, I'll make a metalworking check.
Maybe 3.
That was only 2 successes.
Okay, so what was that one for?
That was for the bullets.
Okay.
For the knife. 5 successes.
Good ass knife.
And for the knuckles. So metalworking is my spec, so 6 successes on that one.
Hell yeah. So you have a dozen probably reliable bullets. You have a very good knife that is going to be tough to break. Which, using silver for a weapon, like it's not the best metal to make weapons out of, but you're pretty reliable with it. and sharp, and then you just silver-plated dusters are absolutely something that, it's a pretty simple design, and you can get all that done in a couple of days. Anything else that you want to prep besides the silver and the scuba gear?
I don't think so.
Todd.
Todd is doing his best to lay low, and in terms of helping John out, he's going to get gear and assets moved to John's so that everything's together where everyone will have access. He'll make sure any kind of like combat boots, cord, all of the extra little side things for the purposes of survival are ready and on hand for everyone. And once he is assessed on how everyone's doing in terms of training for firearms and etc., he will help and basically give tips and tricks for kind of doing a rush job learning, but learning well, like, trigger control and
How to move as a unit.
Right. He'll teach everyone how to stack up by doors. He'll teach everyone basic hand signs. He'll teach everyone how to flash lights and understand what messages are being provided to each other. All of that kind of shit. He tries to stay very busy.
That does remind me. I will start reaching out to my contacts.
Okay.
And I'm starting to start the process. I don't have any direct people to see if I can start getting another identity for Todd.
You will start the wheels moving.
Yeah, I know it might take a bit.
As well as reminded that it's been stated before that we were doing this work, but I'll continue the work academically and any of that of looking through the information that we've received to prepare this plan.
Okay.
The kind of building plans and all that.
Mm-hmm. So, there are basically two things left to do. As soon as you reach back out to Tran, you could have a chopper and go. Did you want to talk to Saunders first and warn him of this plan, or did you want to do that en route? Tran seems to indicate, if you ask, that he can have reliable phone service even on the helicopter over the sea.
I think it makes more sense to do it en route.
Okay.
Yep. And we'll pick the stormier day.
Stormier day?
Yeah. Seems
Okay.
dramatically appropriate.
So, that brings me to a sort of last question here before we board a chopper and go out 5 hours into the ocean. Is there anything anyone wants to do? Not necessarily even preparation-wise. Any conversations that need to be had, anyone that needs to be checked up on, any last things that you want to look into before functionally we hit the point of no return here.
I need to call my mom.
You doing this around everybody, or are you stepping away?
She'll step away, but not very much.
Okay.
Like if there's, is there like a deck?
Yeah, there's a porch area.
Porch area sounds perfect. Look out at the beach waves and have the conversation. Nuts just seated on the porch with her legs poking through the railing.
And knowing your number, knowing it's you, your mom, in her, continuing attempts to learn English to connect with her daughter, says,
Niyati, hello.
Hi.
Are you okay? My daughter, what is wrong?
Things have gotten difficult again.
Ever they are.
I know. I'm sorry. I know I put you through a lot.
you saying that without a sense of beleagueredness makes your mom go, not in a teasing way.
My dear, what is wrong?
I'm gonna be doing something that I believe in soon. Good things are hard sometimes.
The best things always are hard. You know this. I have told you many times. You coming into this world was very hard. But it was the best thing that I have ever done. Yes?
Do not tell your siblings.
And you know your mom says that to each of her kids, like, you're my favorite, but means it every time to every single kid.
You know, you set us all up to actually be able to choose what we do with our lives, to actually be able to get a good education, to pursue what it is that we're good at, what it is that we're passionate about, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful that our family looked at all the pain that we'd been through, and wow, it's something that I think about all the time when I'm deciding what it is I'm going to do with my life, what I'm called to do with it. And I know our families had to make a lot of hard decisions about what traditions we uphold, about what we move on from.
Decisions are only hard if you are not certain of where your heart lies. Decisions can be challenged by the world around you, but if your heart lies in the right place, it is not hard. My sweet love, you were never hard. You were a challenge.
You can, like, hear the mirth in her voice.
I do not regret any decisions we have made, no matter how much they were challenged, but never hard.
I just wanted to make sure and call you in case things went wrong. I know that I'm supposed to see you soon, and I hope I can. I really do.
What I look forward to more than anything, my sweet daughter, is when you come home to visit us. Even though it is monsoon season, so it is going to be very wet when you are here. I hope you are much drier where you are.
Well, I'm by a beach, but
Hopefully in the sun.
I am in the sun, and I need you to take care of yourself.
Of
I
course.
know you can. I know the family can. I know what you've gone through and what you've gotten out through. But
My sweet daughter, it is not the job of children to worry after their parents. It is the job of parents to worry after their children. So you focus on you and your studies and whatever it is that calls you. You do not worry about us. You know that
You can hear, like, the wind picking up in the background. It is monsoon season. It is, like, July through summer is when, like, the winds and the rain really start to pick up.
And she goes, I'm sorry, my daughter, if things seem hard for you right now, but I have never believed in anyone more. And you know this.
I just hope that you know I miss you.
I miss you
love
too.
you.
Hold on, is that...
And then the line disconnects.
Nat wipes away the tears that were kind of threatening and keeps the phone up to her ear for a while, trying to... That was sudden. A few seconds pass and Nat hangs up, rings again.
It rings and rings and rings, and there is no answer.
Nat's disconcerted, but it's monsoon season. That doesn't seem like the strangest thing in the world. She's concerned. There's a part of her heart that kind of immediately wants to go check local news, and if there is a TV inside, I think there is, go flip through channels, try to figure out what's going on.
Nothing has, there's nothing on the news as of yet. If there was, it might not hit for hours, depending on...
So kind of still holding the phone up to her ear and having kind of abruptly walked back inside to check, Nat waits until it gets the voicemail, if it does.
If you call back again,
Yeah.
it says, this number is not in service. Like, this number is disconnected.
What does that mean?
It means that it's not just that she's not answering.
Yeah.
Is that there is no service in her area right now. That there is no connection. It is if you are dialing a dead phone.
Nat kind of jams her forearm across her eyes to get rid of any more of that residue. It's not really a time to cry. And kind of tries to straighten up, put her phone away, and she's never really settled in her feelings about religion, but she takes a moment of just silence, thinking about her family and hoping that they're all right.
As you go back inside, barely visible in sort of the evening's light is that red star that appeared over the horizon. Is there anyone else who wants to do anything, check anything, talk to anyone before making the call to Tran?
I'd be like, hey, come out to the beach. I want to talk to you.
All right. Todd will get his gun and he'll go out.
I don't know exactly what happened there. You came back quite a mess.
Hitting him once didn't exactly... It wasn't enough.
Got it.
So I had to keep going and going.
So you're sure he's done? As far as you can be.
Yeah.
Got it. Look, hopefully we covered enough for you, and I can start work. I'm starting to put things together for the others. But, man, I can't do this stuff without you.
Do you know why I couldn't use your car?
I'm not sure. I figured maybe it was a timing thing.
No. He had everyone's names. Except for yours. While I trust you to do your due diligence, obviously he's proven that things can go wrong or he can find out information regardless. So, if I used your car, there was a chance that he might get your name too. And I can't let that happen.
I appreciate it. I still think it would have been fine, but I get
know,
it.
But
Yep, it was your call.
you're very fast and loose sometimes, and I get it. We have to be, but I couldn't work that way. I couldn't think that way.
That's why we worked well.
I
But
don't know. I'm here. I'm ready to do the thing.
I understand that. I just mean after.
John, I'll be honest. I thought one of us going down for this would be the best case scenario.
I don't think so.
Then what's the plan, man?
We'll get things prepared. After this, we'll let them know that it's a possibility. And I will start getting them. It's going to take some time. Separate identities.
Separate identities?
Yeah.
Like a witness protection type?
They're just whole new
situation?
lives, essentially, yeah. It's bound to happen to us in this one way or another.
You know, that's a lot.
It is. But, I mean, we're doing our best to hide our identities, but some of us better than others.
Can I run a theory by you?
Sure.
This guy has people, whether they serve him, work for him, are loosely tied to him. He's got a broad network. And he made it very clear to me that he had the information about the woman from the other day that could put us away. For a guy that can come back and wields that kind of influence, I don't know if there is a way to get him off of everyone's back that doesn't include convincing him that he won.
Okay.
So, I know it sounds crazy and horrible, but if I go to jail, right, that feeds his ego and he thinks he's won. And he backs off. I left sigils. I drew them with spray paint. Kind of like how you do and some of the others have done in the past. And I left marks. So if there's news, if they show his body on TV, you know, like cover it up, but like if they show the crime scene, any imbued looking will know that guy was a fucking monster. And maybe while covering for the rest of this circle, another circle gets a chance at taking him out once and for all. And that's the best plan I was able to come up with.
It sounds like he's not going to be the same guy, though, right?
I mean, who is the guy? Where does the monster and his puppet, where does the barrier between them exist?
I know, but they won't be able to recognize him.
Right, but if they already know what the fuck he is, or are like his minions, or however that works,
Yeah.
it might not matter whose body he's in.
Give me some time. I wish I'd been able to see this guy. But if we can't kill him, then we can trap him.
Trap him?
Why not? Binding demons is as old as I can think of.
Todd kind of makes a face like, oh yeah, I guess maybe there is some kind of truth to that out there.
And
I don't know.
not to say it this other way, but if this guy has that information, regardless if he thinks he's going to over you, if he can use it to pressure these other guys into doing something, he will. Regardless of what happens to you.
Yes, and I thought about that too.
Okay.
But by having a ridiculously over-the-top explosive reaction, he may not want to play with that. Right?
Maybe.
Like he did the threat. He saw how we, the imbued, react to that threat. He might not want to risk the next host and the next host.
Did he ever give you his name? Don't tell me. That's
we
a
knew
thing.
each other, but not that kind of name.
Okay.
No. I just know. See, you know, I'm a teacher.
Yeah, I've known for a while.
He's a parent. And a real controlling, creepy, asshole, abusive parent. And my imbuing was against him. And there's been tension for a while, but I figured as long as I could keep people safe from him, you know, that would be enough. It's just, this guy, he corners people. He cornered me. So I had to do something.
That might be it. A guy who corners people
Yeah.
will continue to keep cornering people. You don't really have much attachment to him, but I'm betting there are other people that they're going to dig up.
What do you mean?
More than likely, this guy has done whatever he's done to you and everyone else in different ways in a lot of different places. When they start investigating into his death, they're going to look for angry emails, angry letters from somebody a little less suspect.
I did hit him with my rental.
Right. It was stolen, right? You reported that stolen. You reported that stolen, right?
No, the plan was to get caught. I can do that if that's what you're asking me
I
to
think
do.
you should report it stolen.
Fucking Christ.
I mean, that was the original plan.
Well, it impedes me getting caught if I
understand.
do that.
I don't... Getting caught just puts you in a cell. It doesn't stop him from doing whatever he wants. It makes it actually harder to stop him from doing what he wants. If he shows up again, I'll be looking into it, and we will stop him. And hopefully, we will stop him for good, or at least we'll put him in some sort of jar and throw him into the bottom of the ocean.
All right. Fuck it. I'm in. All right, John. So what exactly is a new identity? Do I have to wear a mask? How does this work?
No, for now, you'll just have a fake ID. We'll work on the background stuff, but thankfully, a lot of it's records and stuff like that, so I know some people in some town halls and some things like that. I can get things like that. It's not the hardest, but you probably can no longer be Mr. Keating. Okay. Now, that doesn't have to be that way if they don't find you as a suspect. For now. He already knows that. But we can start preparing just in case. Part of your go bags.
You're speaking my language. Okay.
I figured as much. I know the kids are important.
Yeah. And I don't want them hurting them anymore.
I gotcha. I'm with you then, man. Just bring me in next time. We'll see what we can find out.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go put this gun away.
Anyone else got anything? Are we good to go?
Pheia would like to find a quiet spot, and she would like to write a goodbye letter to Gary.
Okay. Tell me what it says.
So Pheia will find a spot. It's a small house, so she'll probably go outside somewhere, find the shade so she doesn't get sunburnt. And she'll start writing. She has obnoxiously Victorian handwriting. Just one of those things you pick up working at a museum. And she begins writing, and she starts a few times because she doesn't really know what to say. She knows she shouldn't write a confession. She knows she shouldn't apologize for anything. She knows it's not Gary. And maybe this letter isn't really for Gary. And this idea comes to her. And she just writes, reminiscing with Gary in this letter about when they met and the shenanigans they got into at the holiday parties and that time for the Halloween haunted ships that they were keeping the beer in the staff lounge and they were sneaking beers in between tours and they finished their last tours ripped to shit drunk. There was that time he showed up to a party wearing a nightgown to play a joke on another coworker and everyone could in fact confirm he had great legs. There was the time that she had to sell her family home because everything had to go. And she had nowhere to go, so she couch surfed on his couch for, a month? And she had never been grateful to someone like him before. She'd never met someone who would just be like, no questions asked, we're just that kind of friends. A lot of people didn't get their friendship, this weird, consensual sexual harassment on both their parts. It was strange, and when they were up in the crow's nest on the tall ships together, they would sing sea shanties at the top of their lungs, and they would always sing the inappropriate ones because the wind would distort the words. And she fills page after page with the stories of Gary, with gratitude. And amidst all this, Pheia, one of her master's degrees is in history and folklore and oral storytelling. And the ocean is in so many of them. It's a uniting force. It's a conquering force. It's a source that heals. It exists beyond time, beyond creation and death. And Pheia simply ends the tribute with a simple goodbye, my friend. And she'll find a bottle, a big soda bottle, and she'll wind up the pages, small enough to fit inside. And she will twist the lid tight. And at the risk of angering the Rokeya for littering, she will commit the memory of Gary to the ocean.
The bottle bobs in the waves as the tide goes out. And you can still see it for a while until it reaches the breakers. And with a white crash over it, it is dragged down and lost to sight.
Path of Night, Brine and Blood is an actual play Hunter the Reckoning podcast set in the world of darkness. Dallas McCoppin was played by Garrett Gabbey. John Spencer was played by Tim Davis. Pheia Quinn was played by Erika Webb. Nat Chowdhurani was played by Rebecca Steigelfest. Todd Keating was played by Lex Lopez. Your storyteller was Rob Muirhead. This episode edited by Rob Muirhead. The theme music used in this episode was Sadness Room by Dennis Goncharov. Find their music online at pixabay.com. Character art by Jay Steele. Find more of their work at Steele Art on Bluesky. Brine and Blood uses the revised edition of Hunter the Reckoning with a few limited house rules. Hunter the Reckoning and the World of Darkness are owned by Paradox Interactive. Make sure to subscribe to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you find your podcasts. You can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/pathofnight. You can help support the show at ko-fi.com/pathofnight. And you can find us at Path of Night Podcast on Bluesky, Twitter, and Facebook. Or email us at pathofnightpodcast@gmail.com. Take back the Night Hunters.
And somewhere a daughter of cacophony dies.
Yep.
Wow. You Massachusetts daughter of cacophony.
Daughter of
I've been doing the like Massachusetts Rhode Island thing too long for this show. I can't not.
How else are you supposed to say it? Come on, get out of here.
Get out of here. Cacophony. Yeah, your daughter's a cacophony.
She works at Dunkin'. She serves the cacaffeine.
It's fucking ridiculous. I love Dunkin', bro.
I fucking love Dunkin' Donuts, bro.
I mentioned it on the fucking Discord server, by the way. I love that we have come up with like either a bunch of canon, like World of Darkness, Pentex subsidiaries, or fake brands from like whatever,
Or Dunkin'
and
Donuts.
then also Dunkin'
And then
Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah. It's too
We
New
didn't even
England.
fucking hide that one. That one's just in the World of Darkness.
Yep.